Dear students, in this lecture we will focus on the topic mass transfer. Mass transfer is basically the transfer of mass into or out of a substance. In other words, the transfer of a chemical compound from one phase to another phase. For example, when a compound is in the liquid state and we want to heat, and then after heating it is converted into the other phase, then as such case we will term that as mass transfer. For example, a compound is in the liquid state and we have to heat it, and after boiling point reach it is converted into the gaseous form or vapor form. In this state it is termed as mass transfer, that the liquid is transferred into the gaseous state. In this case we will term it as fluid gas transfer. One thing that is essential for that is the conversion from the one state to another state. Suppose granules are going to be dried, and in drying process the liquid is to be removed. In the process of removal of water or any other solvents, that is termed as drying. So the process of drying is one of the mass transfer process. Other examples include evaporation. In evaporation, liquid is converted to the gaseous form. Or another one, that is diffusion. In diffusion, the molecules move from the high concentration to the lower concentration, and the process of diffusion, it is another example of the mass transfer. Mass transfer can take place from a solid to liquid, solid to vapor, gaseous state, liquid to liquid, liquid to vapor or gaseous state. It is a complex phenomenon taking place in many unit operations like humidification, whenever we need a humidity and a temperature is required, and the pharmaceutical industries sometimes we need low humidity. So for that purpose dehumidification is done by using dehumidifier. The process of extraction from the animal or plant origin drug. Drying process, that is the removal of the water or any other solvent from the solid or granule. Evaporation, distillation, these are some of the other example of the phenomena that's taking place, and it is termed as mass transfer. Mass transfer can occur by molecular diffusion, convection, or bulk flow and turbulent flow. There are two types of mass transfer we will discuss in this lecture as well. One is solid fluid mass transfer, and another one is fluid mass transfer. By solid fluid mass transfer, the process of conversion of the solid into liquid state will happen, and it can be easily understood by an example of a crystal. Remember that the crystal is soluble material composition, and it can be solubilized in a solvent, and when it is immersed in the particular solvent in which it is dissolving, the crystal is surrounded by a stationary layer of solvent with the bulk fluid able to move. Movement of fluid can be natural convection or forced convection based on density and temperature changes, or by agitation. If we apply agitation force, if we apply certain types of temperature is given, then it is termed as forced convection. Otherwise it is natural convection if there is no application of heat, no agitation or stirring, and the movement of fluid, then it will be termed as natural convection. The transport of solid takes place in two stages. In this case, when a crystal of soluble material is dipped in a solvent in which it is dissolving. The first one is molecular diffusion and the second one is eddy diffusion. Remember that molecular diffusion is the molecular transport, and it is the rate limiting step, and it can be defined as the transfer or movement of individual molecules through a fluid by means of random individual movements of the molecules. The molecules travel only in a straight line in this case, but when it collides with the other molecules in their path, then they change their path, their change direction, and their direction is changed, and the molecules then change direction, stay in a straight line after the collision. The solid fluid mass transfer, the molecules move through the boundary layer, that is the case with the equatorial example, which is solid in nature. The solid will be fragmented and the molecule will move through the boundary layer by molecular diffusion with no mechanical movement or mixing. After mass transfer to the boundary layer, that is the interface between the solid and fluid, mass transfer takes place by bulk movement of the solution, which is known as eddy diffusion. Remember that the bulk movement of the mass in the solution is termed as eddy diffusion. Remember that the rate limiting step is the molecular diffusion. Same thing occurs in case of mass transfer from solid to gas. For example, if a solid is drawing an air, in this case the water content or solvent is to be removed from the solid, and it is converted into vapor state. The vapor molecule must diffuse through air boundary layer, and the drive force is partial vapor pressure gradient through air boundary layer. Remember, this is the equation used for the solid fluid mass transfer, the first one and the second one, while the third one, that is the equation used for the solid drawing. It is converted into the vapor state. Here rho 1 and rho 2 the partial vapor pressure. While the solid moves mass transfer, where weight is of the solid diffusing, fluid diffusing W, while capital W is the weight of solid diffusing per unit time, and the diffusion coefficient as area, C1 as concentration of solute at interface, and C2 is concentration of solute at bulk, L is thickness, rho 1 and rho 2 are partial vapor pressure at interface and respectively in the atmosphere. Another one, that is fluid mass transfer. Remember that a fluid mass transfer, when the mass transfer takes place between two immiscible fluids. Example of two immiscible fluids are water and another one, that is oil, which are not blendable, which are not mixable. In this case, there will be boundary layers of both fluids on each side of the interface in case of these two immiscible liquids. One is water, another one is oil. That we have studied in the pharmaceutical emulsion. Pharmaceutical emulsion, basically it is a biphasic dosage form in which two immiscible liquid, one is water, another one is oil, is not blendable, and it is become mixable or blendable with the addition of emulsifying agent. The slope of the concentration gradient depends on the diffusion coefficient of two material. Now in this part of the lecture we will discuss the application of the mass transfer. One of that is the solution formation. Solution is formed by solid dissolution and the liquid. The rate of solution can be increased by several factors. Several factors can influence and can enhance the rate of solution. One is agitation, the second one is temperature elevation, and the third one is reducing the particle size of solid. And agitation reduce the thickness of the boundary layer, thus increase the concentration gradient, and by this way the rate of solution can be enhanced. The second one is, if we increase the temperature, the diffusion coefficient will be increased and decrease the viscosity of the liquid, resulting in reduction of boundary layer. And the third factor, that is, if we reduce the particle size, then the surface area is increased, over which diffusion can occur. Apart from these examples, there are several other examples, including the drying process, which is also one of the pharmaceutical application of the mass transfer. Apart from the drying process, humidification, dehumidification, extraction process is also some of the other pharmaceutical applications of the mass transfer. Thank you all for your attention.